Hey everyone, it's Ryzen. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. Well, I bought potions, high potions. I actually bought more than I wanted with high potions, but that's alright. I just did my math wrong. You can't buy antidotes, I actually checked, so that's unfortunate. Bought a tent, got another Phoenix down. Yeah, just at least 50 potions, at least 50 high potions. Always have at least 10 Phoenix Downs and at least 10 tents when going in. And yeah, obviously going with the Polymorph Rod, or, well, yeah, you always want the Polymorph Rod early on. And of course I got the arrow set up for Leonora. Of course I got the black robe because I got it randomly last time, but, you know, just, if you haven't gotten it yet, you'll still be using the, oh, what the heck is it? The Mage's Robe? Yeah, that's what you would have. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit in any new floors that I encounter. Hopefully I encounter a new one right off the bat. If not, I will do it off screen. Let's see, we get the... oh, well. Okay, we always get this floor. Do we get a new floor? We get... yes, we do. This is the Convoy floor. And this floor is... lightning arrows. Yeah, absolutely. Most of the enemies here are weak to lightning. There are certainly some enemies that are pretty threatening here. We'll need to crowd control them as needed. There's also a battle against 2 fell turtles and 2 ice lizards here, and you might need to throw your bronze hourglass in that situation, or just run from them. Unfortunately. If you have bio, I would use it on them, but I don't. Otherwise, you're going to need to toad them or you're dead. So, anyway, we're going to go west first. But most of the enemies here are lightning-based. Or weak to lightning. I can find the convoy floor. Here we go. Yeah. It's a weird floor because it's like a bunch of ships tied together. Gonna follow this path to get a Gaia drum. There's no treasures that I actually care about here, but, you know. Ooh, floodworms? Okay. We're going to toad these guys. If it's only one, I would use hold, but because it's 2 of them, I want to toad them. They're really not that bad, but toad is the crowd control of choice here. If I can get at least one of them, that would be nice. Okay, I got both of them. Cool. Oh, I need to switch my, I was like, why is the battle speed so slow? Because it's still on 6. We'll need to switch that. Otherwise, battles will take forever. You might actually want to leave it at 4 for this dungeon, but I'm crazy, so, you know. Oh, back to the Polymorph Rod, of course. What do we got now? Run! We're not fighting this guy. Nope. That's the guy that uses instant death. You have to have bio to kill him. Just use bio all. That's your only hope. Return to the starting ship now. Okay, this is actually not that bad of a fight. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to use hold on the floodworm. And we're just going to go ahead and use our lightning arrows. These guys are easy. I'm not worried about these guys at all. Just auto attack the fish and then we'll get to the floodworm. You don't really need to hold the floodworm, but I mean, it's technically more optimal, so I like doing it. Stick with our potions at first. I only use a high potion if I need more than like 300 healing in general. Now we're going to take the southeast path now, which I guess is here. Yeah, that makes sense. Get to a fork here. Gonna go south. Hydras, just attack them. They're no threat at all. You could also use Toad or Sleep on them if you care, but they're pretty easy. But if you want to crowd control them, Toad or Sleep is the way to go. Go east to a fork. South to continue east. Nab a gold needle somewhere. That must be right there. Okay, cool. Can't reach the other chest yet. Well, there's a chest somewhere, but we can't get to it. Return to the starting ship. Somewhere you can see another chest. Oh, right up there. Yeah, we can't get to it. Trust me, we can't get to it. You can't go behind that pillar. There's something in your way that you can't see. So back to the starting ship. We're going to go take the northeast path. Okay, 2 floodworms. It is an ambush. Like before, I'm not going to edit out battles because the enemies are really, really hard here. So let's get a nice toad going. I could use hold if it doesn't work on one of them. Floodworms aren't too bad. This floor is... Oh, nope, I already have the lightning arrows on. Sometimes I forget to do it. Okay, Leonora. There's Shell. Yeah, okay, that is going to be critically important. I would highly recommend having Shell before you fight the boss, but unfortunately, I just didn't have it, which really sucks. But yeah, now I got Shell. Shell's awesome. It actually, unlike FF4, where, you know, it was... oh, I should use a potion. You know, just a small stat buff. No, it's actually a status in this game. It just is a flat multiplier of, you know, damage reduction. All the way back to the starting ship. Ooh. Yeah, you can attack. Oh, I forgot to equip the Polymorph Rod again. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, here it was kind of a good thing, I guess. There we go. Do I want a potion? Yeah, might as well. Northeast now. Should be an ether over here. Yeah, somewhere. Okay, this one is easy enough. Hold. I was hoping to get that off before the tsunami, but that's okay. No big deal. Lightning arrows, great bow, attack, auto attack the rest of the way. You could use sleep on the splashers if you, for whatever reason, care to crowd control them. I wouldn't, but, you know, you could. Let's see, we also have electrofishes. We have to toad them. Toadgres, we just use ice arrows. They're pretty weak. Moors, though, let's see. Forget, is this? That's only a single enemy. But yeah, you'd have to use that against Moors if you encounter them. They're worth a lot of experience, so, you know, it's worth doing. But yeah, you know, if you're low on MP, I wouldn't do it, but I would just run from them. Yeah, ice lizards and fell turtles are pretty bad. Cave skaters are here too, but you just toad those guys. They're Let's see. We loop around south. Okay. I know we can get to that chest. There we go. Now, there's 2 east paths here. We're going to take the southern one. And nab a bronze hourglass down here. Which could be useful. In fact, I probably want to have it up top here. Because... well, I might want to use it against those ice lizards and fell turtles. And that's the last chest, so we're just going to take the northeastern path to the... reach the exit. So, right up here, and this is the exit. Probably get another fight on the way there, I would imagine. Oh, there's the exit. Oh, just fell off these guys. Yeah, convoy floor is one of the easier ones. The only real threatening enemy here is the fell turtles and the ice lizards, and they're pretty rare. So, you know, you just run from them early, usually. And if you want to fight them, well, you're going to have to toad them very, very quickly. Or sleep them, and then if you need to, use a bronze hourglass. But really, I wouldn't fight bell turtles and ice lizards until you get bio. But, you know, we don't have bio. So, toad it is for them. What do we got now? Town floor. Okay. Don't be fooled by the happy music. It is not safe here. At all. In fact, this is the best place to level grind in the dungeon, which, you know, is rather good. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. I actually got lost in my notes. I couldn't find the town floor anywhere. But yeah, we want to use the blinding arrows if we have it. If not, just use any elemental arrow. But I happen to get the blinding arrows, so I'm going to use them. There's no elemental weakness here. There's also free healing here, which is nice, so that works. So it is the best floor to level grind in. There's no save point, though, so you gotta be very careful. Anyway, we're gonna go to a fork here. And we're gonna go and head east into the grass. Don't be fooled by, Oh, nope. It's over here. Get an X potion. Back to the fork. There are enemies here. I'm not sure where they are, what they're doing. Run. I'm not fighting a mad ogre in an ambush. That's not happening. This fight is not happening. I can tell you that. Get out of there, please. Thank you. Now, what would I have done if I had had a remotely fair encounter? Well, for mad ogres, I would sleep them. If you have many, I would use that, but I don't. Actually, I'm not sure if Leonora gets many. I think she does, but I think she gets it very high level. Stop would be the best way to go about it, but I don't have stop. Leonora will eventually get it. Palom doesn't have it either, but that's what I would definitely want to use on them. But other than that, failing that, you gotta use sleep. Ricardo Mage, obviously sleep them. If you care, they're not really that threatening, so you don't really need to crowd control them, but who was the other guy? The Lamage? Yeah, you need to, oh no, it was a sorceress. Yeah, sleep them. Yeah, sleep all would be the way to go in that fight, and then, you know, stop the bad ogre if you could. But anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, that is a really, really bad, battle. You gotta be careful with that one. Of course, we just immediately get into another BS fight, and I have to run. Medusas aren't that threatening, but I can't fight a mad ogre like this. I can't do it in an ambush. Medusas, you want to toad her and attack you. She can stone you, but I mean, she takes so long to do it that it doesn't matter. That would have been an easy fight and a good amount of experience, but unfortunately, well, when you get ambushed, there's nothing you can do. The mad ogre would have killed me. Let's see. East, we're gonna find some tall grass. Should be able to get a blue fang somewhere. There it is. There's a well nearby for a full heal, which is nice. Okay, ogres and a Lamia. We want to toad her. Otherwise she'll counter with Entice. And the ogres, we're going to want to use sleep on them. So, yeah, this is not too bad. Okay, well, it's worse than I thought. I didn't want to do it on all of them. We might need to run from this. I don't think the ogres... Oh yeah, no, they can be sleep. Okay. Didn't sleep the... Unfortunately, it missed the Lamia, so we have to run. Actually, I think she's immune to sleep. But yeah, I did need to sleep them, and I need to toad her. I mean, I could have had... I guess I could have tried to have Leonora do it, but I needed to use a high potion there. So far, I haven't killed any enemies on this floor. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I don't know what to tell you. Unfortunately, it kind of is what it is. I really needed to Toad her basically immediately, and there was just no way to do that without... I also needed to sleep the ogres, so I would have had to have Leonora get a sleep off, somehow hit with her terrible multiplier of, 26 intellect, and then, Palom would have had to hit with Toad, which was unlikely to happen. Also, be careful because there's Squirrels and Kate Sits here. And you're gonna need to piggy them with the Polymorph Rod. Anyway, east from here, into a building below. Should get a... I think we have to... What's wrong here? Oh, Western Wall. Okay, no wonder. I was like, what's going on here? There's supposed to be an item in here. Like, I thought I was trying to go through it, but no, we're not going through it. We have to just get an item in there. Okay, this is not a big deal. We're going to use Toad on the Medusa. We can actually do this. So, Toad on the Medusa. If you can get it off, that would be really nice. And then arrow away. I'm not gonna switch out of... Yeah. Arrows. And then Particle Bomb on the Mystery Egg. And that should one-shot it. This is actually a doable battle. There we go. Yeah, Particle Bomb is so good. I love Particle Bomb. So now we're gonna go and head north to a dead end. And we should be able to nab a couple of items here. Spider Silk, Ruby Ring, that I don't care about, but hey, it's there. Go through this nearby building and head west. Is it in the well? No. Keep going west. There should be a vase or something. Ooh, boy. We have to piggy this, but... Nagas... aren't really that difficult, so you can, should be able to just one-shot it. With, you should be able to kill it with your bow, it's just found. It only counters magic. We can Toad the Medusa. I'm not worried about the Medusa. We gotta get the Polymorph Rod, and we gotta get it now. We're in the front row, though. We might have to run. Yep. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, God. Get out of there. Oh, God. Wow. Okay. Holy cow. Yep, that was really bad. Okay. Yeah, so you got to use the Polymorph Rod against the Corals and the Kate Sits, or they will kill you with Blaster. Unfortunately, I'm ambushed. I have to run. Kinda is what it is. Ambushed again. Gotta run. Not even gonna try. It's just not a fair battle. Like, there's nothing I can do. Man, this is going very poorly. Whatever, it is what it is. Where am I going now? Here, continue to a fork, and then we're gonna go west. And there should be a base with some money in it. Or maybe it's the well. No, it's the base. Okay. 6,800 gil. Awesome. Back to the fork, and we're gonna take the northern route, northeast route for some Hermes sandals. Okay, I might actually be able to do this, so we need to use... What are we doing on the Mad Ogre? I think we can sleep them? Yeah, we want to just sleep all here. Slow sucks, but that's fine. What am I looking for? Sleep? Yeah. Silence shouldn't work, because they should be immune. Yes. I'm probably going to slow them to help counter their slow. And it should keep their sleep on longer, I think. Okay, now we use the, doesn't matter, any arrow will do. And then I think we actually might get this guy. If we can kill the Mad Ogre, we'll be fine. Of course, we have to kill him before he wakes up. Slow is another really good spell to be using in general. Okay, well, we're gonna have to recast Sleep. Which is fine. Missed the Mad Ogre, but it put the other guys to sleep, so we'll keep going here. I didn't want to switch back to the Polymorph Rod and take the time to do that. Hey, we actually finally killed an enemy. Oh, amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Palom actually leveled up because that was a good fight to fight for the experience. Don't be ashamed of running away. Like, this dungeon is brutally hard, and it's just kind of something you have to understand about it. Anyway, get the Hermes sandals there. And the town floor is pretty brutal. Anyway, back at the fort, we're going to take the southern east path to the exit. Actually, I need to equip the Polymorph Rod. Which should be right here. This should lead to the exit. Yes. Oh, a preemptive strike. Okay, good. What do I want to do with the Lamia? I want to use Toad on her. I can actually fight this battle. Toad. Come on. And I'm going to go ahead and slow the Ogre. Slow is quite good. We'll get Leonora's turn first. Fire arrows. Great bow. And just auto attack the rest of the way. And we should be okay. Okay. Yeah, we got it. So at least we got to kill a couple of enemies here. I pretty much showed you all of them, so... You know, just... In general, Lamias, you really do want to be bioing them, and you really want to be using... unfortunately, the Mad Ogre's bio doesn't work on... I think it works on regular Ogres, but not Mad Ogres. Mad Ogres are pretty much immune to everything. Okay, we're back on the last floor here. I just went to the mountain floor off screen. Got our mage set up. It's a waning moon, obviously, so that... Oh, a waxing moon, so that the black magic is lowered. Let's see. Battle speed set to 6, so that's good. That'll help us. And... Okay, let's go. We have Shell this time, so it'll help. This time we're a little bit stronger, so I think I can actually cast the slow spell this time. Which I want to do. Hopefully he uses it on all of us. That's unfortunate. Get that off, please. Okay. It's hard when he starts with a single targeting spell. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, nope, that's the wrong thing. Fire. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're okay. Any elemental spell, doesn't matter. Just get him to barrier shift. Now we just need to kind of wait out this venom breath here. And now what we want to start doing is whenever we get a free turn with Leonora, we want to stack Shell, and it stacks up to 4 times. So that's what we want to do first. Starting on her, almost just attacked. That would have been disastrous. So I learned something new, just randomly during one of my boss fight attempts on this guy later on. You can multi-target Shell. I never knew that. Yeah, you just hit Shell and hit right, and yeah, you'll multi-target it. So do it that way instead of the single targeting way I'm doing it here. Still cast it 4 times, just, you know, do it on both Palom and Leonora at the same time. 4 times, which will save you a bit of time. There is no difference between the single targeting and multi-targeting version as far as effectiveness is concerned. Yeah, you see how much less damage Leonora took there from just 1 shell? Leonora is the higher priority because she has less HP. Yeah, now she's really taking less damage. So now we need a second shell on Palom. Yeah, can you believe Shell is actually good in FF4 after years? It is. It's very good. This will make the fight so much easier. Now, you could just, you know, stick with 2, and that's probably enough. But I would recommend going all the way. Getting, you know, all 4 layers on there. It'll help against Venom Breath, because I am going to use Bluff this time. Get a shell on Palom. And then we need a shell on Leonora, and then 1 more on Palom. No, you can't multi-target shell. Yeah, look at that. We're not taking much damage now at all. Even the single targeting one is not doing much. 1 more shell on Palom, we'll have maximum layers. Now, obviously, if you die, it'll wear off, so, you know, don't die. Okay. So, oh, well, we're gonna heal Leonora. I don't think she would die to a single targeting spell there with the 4 shells, but whatever. I think it reduces it by 33%. So, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna use Akira now. And then we're going to go ahead and use Bluff. Now this will trigger a Venom Breath counter, but I'm not overly concerned about it. Not anymore. It's magic based, so yeah, see, look at that. Not much at all. We'll counter it with Akira. Now we want to do 3 bluffs. Let's see. Do I have enough, or do I need another Kira? That's enough. Let's get a little bit of turn, though. There we go. Which I should have done the first time. You see, when he uses Venom Breath and Leech, it takes his turn. Leech heals 1/3 of his current HP, so you're never going to outdamage that early on. That's the second bluff. If you don't have Shell, don't use Bluff, because you'll trigger the counter, and you're never going to survive that. You know what? I'm going to use it. We're good. Yeah, kind of unfortunate that it triggers, you know, Bluff. Triggers a counter, but what can you do? Now, I haven't been paying attention to his spells, but I'm not overly concerned anymore. So let's get a high potion here and a high potion here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Leonora test the spells for me going forward. Okay, so it's not Blizzard, so I'm going to try a fire spell. Let's see, is it fire? It is indeed fire. I can tell because, you know, she did damage, so get a nice fire going. This is the faster method of defeating him. You can still do the thing where you wait for 2 spells, but there's no need now. With 4 shells, like, I can take several spells. Just don't die, you know. because then, you know, it won't end well. And make sure Palom's turn is ready to go before you test a spell. Okay, so Blizzard again. So we'll test fire. Is it fire? It is indeed fire. If it's not fire, he'll absorb it. Go ahead and use your barrier shift. Yeah, it's hard to tell how much bluff actually helps because, you know, I mean, I'm definitely doing more, but I'm not doing that much more. Blizzara. So I guess we'll test fire again. Okay, it's Thundara, so he counters with fire as a result of that, so we know it's Thundara though, so once we get to Palom, we'll use Thundara. I don't think he barrier shifts, but I could be wrong. No, he doesn't. But yeah, that's what happens when you guess wrong. He uses the spell back at you, which is no big deal. When you have, you know, so many shells. It is a big deal when you don't have shell. Still want to be a little careful here, so let's use, you know, high potions as needed. Yeah, I'm a little conservative in the fight, even, you know, stronger now. The hard part's getting slow. I mean, that's still the hard part, but, you know, now that we have shell, once we do get slow, we can actually set up to be more survivable in the long run. Okay, so we'll test Blizzard. Nope. So it's fire. I think it's fire. Yep. It did 0 damage there, but yeah, basically the way his barrier shift works is one element of the 3 he's weak to, one element of the 3 he resists, or yeah, resists, and one element of the 3 he just absorbs. So if you do 0 or, you know, absorbs it, it's not the correct one. Maybe I should use a regular potion, but that will be okay. Mandara. Oof, that one hurt. I would not recommend testing with Palom because, well, I just wouldn't. He can actually end up, he has more magic, so, you know. We'll test fire here. No, that wasn't it. I actually forgot what his other spell that he used. Crap. Yeah, sometimes that happens with me. I know it's not fire. I think it was Blizzard, but I don't remember. Unfortunately. So I gotta kind of test it again. Yep, it is Blizzard. Okay. I was correct. You gotta be quick with Palom because otherwise you'll he'll barrier shift and then, you know, weakness might not be the same. So if you don't have your turn like queued up immediately, I would recommend just, you know, skipping it and waiting. Let him barrier shift, you know, just cut your losses basically. Like, I wouldn't test it right now in this situation because Palom's turn is so far away. I would never be able to get that off. Heal a little bit. Okay. So it's not fire. Oh! He was nice, so we know it's Blizzara. Unfortunately, I gotta use a high potion on Leonora. Leonora can still take, you know, a decent amount of damage from spell, but she can usually take 2 spells. He should be dead. No? Not quite? Okay. One more then. Now, I'm not going to show the boss anymore after this until I'm strong enough to do my final strategy, which happens when I get Bio. Okay, so we're gonna test Blizzard. It's Thundara. I'm not worried about triggering that counter because as soon as I hit him with his weakness, he's going to barrier shift anyway, and that takes his turn up. Not every counter works that way, but his do, thankfully. So does Venom Breath. It takes his turn. Let's see here. I'd like him to hit Palom. Okay, well. Blizzard, let's test Fire. A little risky because she's a little low on health, but that's okay. It is indeed Fire. I don't think Leonora would have died there. Oh, yeah, see. That's bad. Sometimes you're just too slow, and that can happen. Unfortunately, he just absorbed that as a result of that. But that's okay. Leonora is basically out of MP, unfortunately. No big deal. I'm shocked that Palom didn't get that off, actually. I entered that pretty fast. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. So it's not Thunder. Let's see if he cooperates with another spell here. He does. It's Blizzara. I don't really have any more MP to test with Leonora, so... Oh, I got him anyway. He was almost dead before he absorbed that HP anyway. Cool. Yeah, don't worry. Sometimes you just get unlucky and he just barrier shifts at the last second because he somehow just gets his turn. I'm not sure how that happens, but... You know, sometimes you get unlucky like that. And we get the Soma drop that I couldn't care less for. Well, I mean, I can use it later. Now, unfortunately, you can see how slow we're leveling. We're probably not going to get to level 40 by the end. But I'll just keep making runs through the dungeon. You know, what's an extra run or two, right? You'll be close. Where's the Soma drop here? Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get anything remotely useful. I would have loved to have gotten the red robe, but I didn't. Or the protect staff. Oh well. Yeah, get a 40-minute episode, but that's alright. So yeah, obviously, buy the high potions back, buy the potions back, buy the Phoenix Down back. Any Phoenix Downs you used. Tents you used. I actually had to use multiple tents because, well, the moon phase changed. And... make it a new moon again. Even once I get bio, I'm still gonna make it a new moon. But anyway, yeah, that's good for now. So yeah, next time I'll start editing in more floors. And, you know, I'll try to cover the rest of them. The floors that we have left are the magic floor. We have to cover the strength floor, which has a new weapon for Leonora. The strong arm floor. The bridge floor. And I think that's it. No, the perplexion floor. There's also the flashback floor, but I'll just tell you. There's nothing on the flashback floor. It's just a way to leave. And if you do get that early and you have gotten the Mystic Veil or the Killer Bow, especially if you got the Mystic Veil, yeah, take the exit and leave. But obviously I wouldn't do that now. But anyway, this is Ryzen. Thanks for watching. Take care.